Have you ever stopped to think about how something as simple as a broom could be sabotaging your financial life? Yes, that forgotten object behind the door or propped up in the laundry room corner could be draining your energy, blocking opportunities, and keeping prosperity away from your home. Sounds absurd? Well, that's exactly what ancient Eastern traditions have been warning about for centuries, and what most people completely ignore. The home is like a living body. Everything we place inside it, objects, words, intentions, vibrates. And some of these elements carry more than just a function. They concentrate symbolic energy. The broom, in this context, represents the power to sweep away the old, remove stagnation, and open space for the new. But when placed in the wrong spot, it becomes the opposite, an anchor that traps abundance. The most impressive part? It can be corrected with a simple gesture, and according to those who have applied it, the results become visible in a short time. In this video, you will understand why this household item might be directly interfering with your financial, emotional, and even relational life. We will reveal the places where you should never store a broom, and which spots in your home activate almost forgotten flows of prosperity. And more, you will hear the real story of an ordinary woman who, after moving her broom, saw her life completely turn around. A transformation so unexpected that to this day she calls it a cleaning miracle. Get ready to see your home and your energy in a completely new way. It all starts with a detail you have likely ignored your entire life. Before we move on, write in the comments right now: Estoy listo para traer riqueza y prosperidad a mi hogar. Yes, write it, even if you're just watching out of curiosity, even if you're still skeptical. The reason behind it is simple and profoundly powerful. When you consciously and verbally declare your intention, something moves. Your brain starts reorganizing perceptions, and according to various behavioral psychology practices, writing an affirmation is the first concrete step toward change. It's not just symbolic, it's energetic, and it's also strategic. By writing in the comments, you are activating what Feng Shui masters call the current of manifestation. You are telling the universe and yourself that you are ready to receive. You are breaking the cycle of passivity and stepping into action. Even more than that, you connect with a community of people who, like you, are tired of repeating the same patterns and are eager to transform their homes into sources of positive energy and prosperity. And take this moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. These gestures, besides helping the content reach more people, also strengthen your own intention. You are saying, I care about this information. I want to be present when content like this appears again. Every small gesture, no matter how minor it seems, builds the energetic field where change happens. And it all starts with a phrase, a decision, a comment, right down below. Estoy listo para traer riqueza y prosperidad a mi hogar. And feel the effect beginning right now. According to Feng Shui, the energy of a home is like a river. It needs to flow. When something blocks it, that flow accumulates, stagnates, and starts to rot, just like stagnant water. The broom, in this scenario, is a tool of movement, but if placed in the wrong spot, it acts like a rock in the middle of that river, diverting, delaying, and distorting what should be reaching you. In Eastern traditions, especially in Buddhism and Feng Shui, every object in the home represents more than a function. It carries a symbolic field. The broom, though simple, is seen as a channel of transition, capable of clearing not just physical dirt, but also emotional and spiritual residues. But when it is unconsciously placed behind the front door, lying on the floor, or leaned into dark corners, it becomes a magnet for negative energy, as if it were holding onto the burdens you should have swept away. It's like trying to run with an anchor tied to your foot. You feel like you're trying, struggling, doing your best, but something invisible always seems to pull you back to the starting point. And sometimes that something is in the most unlikely place, a forgotten everyday object. In Buddhist philosophy, everything that is neglected becomes a mirror, a reflection of what you are not yet willing to see. If you treat your home with carelessness, it reflects that energy back to you in the form of obstacles. Feng Shui simply decodes this. It reveals the invisible pathways through which energy flows and where it gets trapped. That's why understanding where your broom is kept is not superstition. It's a practical way to observe how you are caring for your inner space and your outer space. When we reorganize objects, we also reorganize thoughts. When we clean our environment, we cleanse old patterns. And this connection isn't just beautiful, it's real, proven by thousands of people who have experienced firsthand the impact of small adjustments inside their homes. Gabriella was 53 years old and exhausted, divorced with 2 young children, and a job that barely covered the monthly bills. Every week was a silent battle. Bills to pay, food that needed to last longer, and that constant feeling of running without moving forward. She was far from lazy, quite the opposite. She worked all day, studied at night, and still made sweets to sell in her neighborhood. But no matter how hard she tried, nothing seemed to move forward. It was as if an invisible force was pulling everything backward. It happened one Saturday morning, while she was cleaning her house with that accumulated exhaustion in her body and soul, when something different occurred. The doorbell rang. It was Doña Elvira, a lady known in the neighborhood for having eyes that see what others don't. A sweet but firm voice. One of those people you respect without even knowing why. She entered without ceremony, looked around, and said naturally, "You're sweeping wrong, and your broom is in the wrong place." Gabriella laughed. "But I clean everything properly, almost every day." And Elvira replied with a slight smile, "Cleaning is one thing, freeing is another." That phrase kept echoing in Gabriella's mind. That same day, Elvira explained something Gabriella had never heard before. The broom, abandoned on the kitchen floor near the stove, was tying up the house's energy right at the center of sustenance. And everything she did, no matter how well-intentioned, got stuck there. Curious and with nothing to lose, Gabriella followed the advice. She moved the broom to a different spot, organized the house entrance better, and began repeating a phrase Elvira had taught her every day. In less than 2 weeks, she received an unexpected offer for a new job. A month later, she managed to rent a small space to sell her sweets at a fixed location in the city. Coincidence? Maybe. But Gabriella swears that on that day, something inside her house and inside herself was unlocked. Sometimes that's what it is. The change you keep looking for out there is sitting in the corner of your kitchen, waiting to be relocated. Now that you understand the energetic impact of the broom, it's time for the most awaited part, the places where you should never keep it. And it's not superstition, it's energetic logic. 1. Behind the main door. This is the most common mistake and the most harmful. The front door is the main entry point for prosperity energy into your home. When you place a broom there, it's like telling the universe, I don't want visitors, I don't want change, I don't want movement. The broom acts like a symbolic barrier, pushing good energies away before they even enter. The result? A stuck life, a constant sense of heaviness, and opportunities that never arrive. 2. Leaned against the stove, or in the kitchen. The kitchen represents abundance, sustenance, and nourishment. When the broom is there, especially near the stove, it directly interferes with the flow of prosperity. It's as if you are sweeping food, money, and prosperity energy out of your life. Many women report persistent financial struggles without realizing that it might be connected to the way they organize this space. 3. On the floor, fallen, or tossed into any corner. When the broom is left on the floor, neglected, it sends a clear message: disorder, inattention, and neglect. The house's energy reads this as abandonment, and what is neglected weakens. Symbolically, it's as if you were letting your personal power fall, as if you had given up fighting. This directly impacts your self-esteem, your mood, and your courage to move forward. 4. In damp or dark places, such as poorly ventilated laundry rooms or basements. Damp, dark environments are associated with stagnant energy, energetic mold, and stagnation. Keeping your broom in these places amplifies feelings of fatigue, emotional heaviness, and even family conflicts. It's as if the broom absorbs and spreads everything that should be cleaned away. Each of these placements carries strong symbolism, and the body feels it. The mind feels it. Life responds. Now that you know where not to store your broom, the next step is even more important: where to place it to activate the flow of prosperity. Now that you know the most common mistakes that block the energy in your home, it's time to make a new choice, a conscious choice. Write in the comments: limpio las malas energías y desbloqueo la abundancia en mi hogar. Yes, this phrase has a purpose. It's not here by accident. When you write a declaration like this, you are performing a symbolic act of cleansing and release. You are clearly stating that you choose to make space for something new, better, and lighter. From a psychological perspective, this activates a region of the brain responsible for consolidating decisions. You move out of mental passivity and position yourself as the protagonist of your own transformation. From an energetic perspective, you start moving the subtle currents that have often been stagnant for years inside your home and inside yourself. Moreover, by writing this affirmation in the comments, you strengthen that intention collectively. Other women will read it, get inspired, and together we create a shared energy field, a field where every declaration vibrates in favor of change. So stop for a moment, take a deep breath, look around you, and write: limpio las malas energías y desbloqueo la abundancia en mi hogar. And if you haven't done so yet, like this video, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. These gestures are not just a way to support the channel. They are a signal to the universe that you are saying yes. Yes to the energy that flows. Yes to the abundance that arrives. Yes to the new cycle that starts now. Now take a deep breath. Imagine your home in silence for a moment. No noise, no distractions. Just you, your space, and one question. Is the energy of my home helping me or sabotaging me? The answer is often found in the details. And one of those details, discreet, almost invisible, is the broom. Yes, it can be a blockage, but it can also be a key. When positioned consciously, the broom ceases to be an ordinary object and transforms into a symbol of silent power. It becomes the guardian of your space, purifying the environment, supporting your vital energy, and opening the path to what you desire, even if you don't yet know how to ask for it. And it all starts by choosing where it lives. 1. Behind the laundry room door, with intention and order. The laundry room is the place of cleansing and transmutation. It's where the dirty becomes clean, where the used is renewed. That's why keeping the broom behind the laundry room door, as long as it stands upright, with the bristles facing upward and suspended, creates a powerful symbolic field. The cleaning energy is active, ready, and in command. Psychologically, this activates in your subconscious a sense of control. You are not at the mercy of chaos. You master it. And remember, the brain loves symbols. Every time your eyes pass by that image, the organized and upright broom, they register a subtle message. Everything is in order. I am safe. There is flow. This reduces anxiety and opens up internal space for decisions more aligned with your prosperity. 2. In a closed cabinet, energetic protection and emotional structure. Storing the broom in a specific cabinet for cleaning products isn't about hiding it, it's about protecting it. Closed spaces act as energetic containment. They prevent the broom's energy from scattering randomly throughout the rooms, keeping its cleansing force reserved, like a sacred tool accessed only when necessary. This gesture triggers the mechanism of internal structure. In psychology, organized environments create sensations of emotional safety, and safety is the foundation of prosperity. When everything has its place, the body relaxes, and money flows. 3. Covered porch or ventilated outdoor area, dispersion and renewal. Covered outdoor spaces like porches or small yards are ideal for those wanting to activate the renewal trigger. The air circulating around the broom, especially if it is used frequently, helps disperse the energies accumulated in every bristle. It's as if the broom were breathing, and through breathing, it purifies itself. Here, the technique of sensory visualization comes into play. Imagine your broom exposed to a gentle breeze, receiving indirect light, as if it were recharging. This image, even if only mental, has a direct effect on your nervous system. It generates calm, elevates your field of perception, and activates a more receptive mental state. 4. In low-traffic rooms, with lighting and purpose. A quiet corner of the house, little traveled but clean and well lit, is also ideal. Here, the most important thing is the invisible intention. The broom isn't tossed aside, it's positioned. And this is a detail that the subconscious picks up deeply. When you consciously decide where your broom will stay, you begin programming your vibrational field. And what does that mean in practice? It means that with every meaningful act of organization, your brain interprets that there is direction, there is a plan, there is clarity. This changes your behavior. You begin to speak with more certainty. You walk with more focus. And you attract situations that match this new frequency. And the most fascinating part? By observing and reorganizing something so simple, you awaken one of the most powerful triggers in the mind: the desire for coherence. The human brain hates contradiction. When it sees that the environment is being cared for, it understands. It's time to take care of myself too. That's why so many women report real changes after repositioning their broom. They say they started sleeping better, that they managed to resolve old pending issues, that they received an unexpected call with good news. Coincidence? Or maybe it's not. Maybe all the energy needed was a small space to enter. Now that you understand the symbolic power of the broom and already know where to position it to activate the flow of prosperity in your home, it's time for the most transformative moment of this video: the final ritual. This isn't just a simple step-by-step. It's an energetic activation, an invitation for you to reconnect with your space, your body, and your personal power. You will only need 3 elements: your broom, a clean white cloth, your intention. The rest, the universe will take care of moving. Step 1. Physical cleansing with full presence. Choose a day and time when you can be fully present, preferably in the morning or late afternoon, when the energy of the day shifts. Take the broom, and before making any movement, close your eyes for 10 seconds. Breathe deeply. Feel the house. Imagine the stagnant energy in the corners. Imagine everything that no longer serves you: repetitive thoughts, old resentments, accumulated exhaustion. Visualize all of it as a light, invisible dust covering the floor. Now open your eyes and start sweeping. But this time, with awareness, every movement of the broom is like an unspoken word, finally finding a way out. Every cleaned corner is a story respectfully closed. Stay silent. Let the sound of the broom against the floor be the only active voice. You are cleaning your house, but you are also cleansing your emotional field. And your body feels it. Step 2. The symbolic cleansing of the broom. After sweeping, take the broom to the sink or an outdoor area. With the white cloth, wipe the bristles from the base to the tip. As you do this, mentally or softly repeat: libero todo lo que ya no me pertenece. Abro espacio para la abundancia. This phrase is a key. When you speak, you activate. The mind, hearing your own voice, understands that something important is happening, and it reconfigures internal beliefs. This is the power of self-induction. You don't wait for something to change externally. You give the command from within. Step 3. Energetic activation with words. Now, with the broom clean and dry, place it in the appropriate spot, according to everything we've talked about so far. As you set it down in its new, energetic altar, close your eyes again, and repeat firmly, standing tall: I declare that my home is a place of peace, order, and abundance. Nothing stagnates here. Everything flows in my favor. This final declaration seals the ritual. It communicates to your subconscious that you have taken command of your energy, and more. It creates a mental anchor. Every time you look at your broom in its new place, your body will remember this choice. You created a point of activation. Why does it work? because the human brain responds much more strongly to symbolic actions than to vague promises. It needs a concrete gesture to believe that a change has begun, and by aligning intention, movement, and visualization, you activate the 3 pillars of transformation psychology: body, the gesture; mind, the intention; environment, the surrounding space. This triad is what generates real results. It's what transforms the feeling of being lost into the certainty of being on the right path. And now it's up to you. Do this ritual calmly, with care, and with the respect that your energy deserves. Don't underestimate what seems simple. It's precisely within the small things that real transformation resides. And when you finish, observe your home, observe your body, and notice if something has already begun to move. If you've made it this far, something inside you has already started to shift. Maybe it was a memory, an intuition, or just the silent desire to transform what once seemed unchangeable. And that alone is already a clear sign that your energy is responding. Now write in the comments: atraigo riqueza y armonía a mi vida. This phrase is more than a declaration. It's a commitment to yourself. It's like planting a seed in the invisible field of your home and watering it with intention. By commenting, you also inspire other women who are on the same journey. Because yes, you are not alone. There is a silent community of women awakening to the power that has always existed within their homes and within themselves. Like this video if it spoke to you. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content that honors your story and expands your vision. And above all, remember, prosperity is not a prize that comes later. It is an energy that activates now, with consciousness, with gesture, with presence. And it all began with a simple broom.